such a long way, darling. Let's not ruin it now. We've got so much time.
The first part, which we thought was the hard part but now seems like the easy bit, was to make the decision to buy a yacht on the other side of the world. We were tired and stressed, we were both working full time and hardly seeing each other. We just quit our jobs. We worked right up until I think 3 days before we left. We caught up with all our friends and family, packed up our house, tried to figure out what to take with us, which wasn't much since we had a sail and a water maker and all sorts of tools with us. A shout out to Holly and Martin for not only moving into our house but also for taking over parenting of this sausage, little Ellie. And then we took 3 planes to fly 24 hours to arrive in Croatia. We made it.
We're there.
We were so excited, we were nervous, we were jet lagged, we just got a flat tyre and had to change it in the 10-minute drive home from the airport, and we finally got to see our boat that we've taken all these risks for. So it was really awesome. She's really beautiful.
Stumbled around to see inside. Third eye, it's hiding in disguise.
And she's really tall, like 17 metres, and one of us has to go up that mast, and I vote G.
Coming slow, unmindful, our pleasure, side by side, to ease up the pressure.
We took her out sailing, which really was more motoring, but it was amazing anyway, out on the water, and she went like a dream.
Pleasure, side by side, to ease up the pressure, together.
We then had a poke around our new home and found lots of exciting things in lots of interesting places.
South sky to ground, that two-step sound, hold steady, vibration, connected constellations, and I'll breathe you in, breathe you out. Will I hold the dark to see the light tonight? Without it, how could we define?
And since that one very exciting day, we've then spent 2 weeks trying to figure out paperwork. So it's the logistics first of the bill of sale and making sure that was all right. Then it was trying to get it taken off the Croatian registry. We needed to get it off the register before we could try and get it registered in Australia. Difficult process since we don't speak Croatian. There was a lot of toing and throwing, a lot of driving around, a lot of not knowing what we had to do, what the previous owner had to do.
We're driving to the customs broker.
What have you got?
Customs declaration.
In the middle of this, we walked out of the harbour master's office to see that there was a car being lifted in the air, and then we realised that that car was our hire car, run down, but it was on the back of a truck, and we watched it get driven into the distance with all our belongings in it, so then we had to chase that down as well. Unfortunately, before we can take the boat out, it has to be registered in Australia. We've been stuck here, although it's not too bad a place to be stuck. While we've been here though, it hasn't been all bad, it hasn't been all paperwork. We have been eating the delicious food, everything is so fresh. You stop on the side of the road and you can buy your vegetables and your fruit from a lady's front garden. All the fresh fish, the fresh meat is delicious. And the hospitality from our friends and from their friends here has just been incredible. Tomatoes out of the front garden. Someone's dad makes wine, someone else's dad makes a salami, and we just feast every day. And then there's beverages. So in amongst doing all the paperwork, there have been some pretty awesome nights. As with any boat, there always seems to be something that needs fixing, and we've got a list that's quite long at the moment.
One job at first.
G is amazing, he just sees something, he knows what's wrong with it. He just fixes it and it's good as new.
Here's the batteries to the bow thruster, and what I found is this cable has come completely loose and comes right off, and that's caused by the batteries are not held down, so they bash around. So what we have to do is strap them down somehow. Okay, we've now finished fixing this batteries. We had to put a block of wood on each side. We've put a strap over the top and it's held down nice and tightly now so they don't go anywhere. We've checked all the terminals, we've plugged it back in, we've checked the fuses, and now it's time to test. Okay, we're now going to turn on and check the bow thruster.
I am very talented at removing stickers. And practicing not. So today we officially own the yacht. It's our first afternoon here on our own boat. And the engine won't start. So we're trying to figure out how to get it going. Now. And of course, G fixed that. On one particular day when we were pretty stressed and thinking, what have we done? We came upon the Croatian Bunnings and suddenly everything was okay again. G was like a kid in a candy shop.
Where's my hot dog, Bauhaus?
So today has been a good day. We're 2 weeks here in Croatia and today we finally sent our registration papers off to Australia. But there's not really any express post here in Croatia. The express post takes 7 to 10 working days and we had to send the originals. We have to then wait for it to be processed and come back. Looks like it'll be another at least 2 weeks before we are able to get this yacht out of the marina. And I think it's about time for a gin. And I'm just going to leave this here because G.
Svakoj našoj kapi, to su vina belje. Uživajte ovog ljeta u svježini i punoći okusa čašenja vina belje, koji će se izvrsno sljubiti s vašim najdražim.